Bring Knox and a couple of his men.
Flash some tin. Less likely to get missing.
Just get it done.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the historical drama television series with the most famous and/or talented cast members.
Are you listening to me? Hang on every word.
Number 10, The Gilded Age. The conflicts and drama between old money and new money families in 1880s New York on this show are acted out by some top-class actors. Carrie Coon and Morgan Spector lead the charge as the new money Russells, breaking into high society.
What's this?
Mrs. Bruce has persuaded me to let Gladys have a lady's maid and not to hire another governess.
Well done, Mrs. Bruce.
Don't I get any praise?
Well done, you.
Cynthia Nixon and Christine Baranski are both fantastic as sisters Ada and Agnes.
Agnes, you can't have anything against an innocent young girl.
I'm opposed to her tribe.
Plus, there is a cavalcade of Broadway and stage superstars, from John Douglas Thompson and Nathan Lane to Kelly O'Hara and Donna Murphy. Much like the historical period that gives it its title, The Gilded Age and its cast are absolute gold.
I'm afraid there's been a misunderstanding. When you were good enough to pay a call on me, I had promised myself to a friend who urgently wished to speak to me alone.
Number 9, Madmen. The lives of the employees of a 1960s advertising agency are made even more fascinating by the superb talent of the people portraying them. We all know John Hamm kills it as Don Draper, but so does the rest of the cast.
Your concern over public opinion shows a guilty conscience. Now, what good is that serving you if what is to be done is already underway?
There are experienced actors like Jared Harris and Robert Morse. Up-and-comers like Elizabeth Moss and Vincent Kartheiser showed what they were capable of with their roles here. Plus, Christina Hendricks and John Slattery steal basically every scene they're in.
Nobody else is saying the right thing about this.
My God, you're really upset.
What's that about?
Because there's nothing funny about this.
Even child actors like Kiernan Shipka knock it out of the park. We really cannot be mad about anyone's performance. Mad Men succeeds brilliantly as an advertisement for this impeccable group of actors.
I have to say, it's very interesting.
Go on.
Number 8, Black Sails. The fact that this criminally underrated series is an action-packed pirate adventure that mashes real history and Treasure Island together is reason enough to watch it. But it's the phenomenal cast who are all bringing their A-game that will keep you invested.
Nassau is dead. Doesn't deserve anything else from me or the men on this beach. We are finally free from it.
Zach McGowan and Clara Paget are both badasses as Charles Vane and Anne Bonny, respectively. Jessica Parker Kennedy and Hannah New toy with our hearts and each other's as the scheming Max and Eleanor. Toby Schmitz's Jack Rackham is witty and hysterical. They got Ray Stevenson as Blackbeard.
There's only one way I know of to resolve that. Pistols, then swords.
And the charisma of leads Toby Stevens as James Flint and Luke Arnold as Long John Silver is utterly mesmerizing. Every single actor here is an absolute treasure trove of great acting and character development.
They paint the world full of shadows and then tell their children to stay close to the light. Their light. Their reasons, their judgments. Because in the darkness, there be dragons.
Number 7, Bridgerton. This delightful blend of alternate history, Regency romance, and soap opera drama wouldn't work half as well if not for its effortlessly charming cast. Naturally, every member of the titular Bridgerton family is played to winsome perfection, from Ruth Gemmel's matriarch Lady Violet, to Jonathan Bailey's budding Lord Antony, to Claudia Jesse's Elizabeth Bennet-esque Eloise.
You look lovely, dear. I look like a prize calf trussed up for auction.
Side characters and love interests are no slouches either. Nicola Coughlan's Penelope Featherington is a firm fan favorite, along with Adjoa Andoh's ever-witty Lady Danbury. They're all presided over by the impeccably fabulous Golda Rosheuvel as Queen Charlotte.
A diamond is precious precisely because it is rare. I throw one diamond ball and anxious mammas expect a diamond every year.
And Julie Andrews herself narrates the whole thing. Also, it certainly doesn't hurt that everyone is ridiculously photogenic.
Lady Bridgerton.
Yes. Oh dear.
Are you enjoying the festivities today?
Very much, although the Queen's absence is noted.
Number 6, Boardwalk Empire. Period crime dramas tend to attract some incredible actors, and Boardwalk Empire is among the finest, with some of the best in the business.
You know, someone once told me all of man's problems come from his inability to just sit in a room.
Doing that right now.
Then I suppose your troubles are over.
Steve Buscemi's lead performance as corrupt political boss Nucky Thompson certainly deserves plenty of recognition. However, the gangsters and other characters around him are played by a mob of exceptional actors too. Michael Shannon, Stephen Graham, and Michael Kenneth Williams are all fantastic character actors who play some historical and fictional criminals.
You all right?
Shoulder. Hurt a touch.
You'll feel better with some sleep.
Maybe I'll close my eyes a while.
The tremendous Kelly MacDonald plays Nucky's mistress-turned-wife Margaret. And there are plenty of other impressive actors we could list. Charlie Cox, Jeffrey Wright, Bobby Cannavale, Ron Livingston. Boardwalk Empire builds its empire of crime and layered characters on a truly impressive cast.
Ah! It's too easy! Too easy! I gotta make some calls. Clean this place up!
Number 5, The Crown. Given that it covers nearly 60 years of Queen Elizabeth II's reign over the United Kingdom and the crumbling British Empire, The Crown naturally has a positively massive cast. Elizabeth herself is played by Claire Foy, Olivia Colman, and Imelda Staunton.
One has to imagine it would do less damage than if I were to die. Well, it is going to happen one day.
But the rest of the royal family and the members of Her Majesty's government contain plenty of famous and talented faces too. Household names like Helena Bonham Carter, John Lithgow, Jonathan Pryce, Gillian Anderson, and Matt Smith are everywhere you look in the series.
Pity, because I love it so very much. But like a great many other things, I'm going to give it all up.
It's some of the most famous actors of today playing some of the most famous British public and political figures of recent memory. Number 4, I, Claudius. British television tends to feature a lot of familiar faces, but this mini-series based on the novel, based on the historical Roman emperor, somehow manages to include what feels like every distinguished British actor ever. Sir Derek Jacobi leads the cast in the title role.
Don't worry, sir, you'll get used to it. It's not such a bad line. Put this on him. I don't want to be an emperor.
He's supported by the likes of Dame Sian Phillips, Brian Blessed, Sir Patrick Stewart, Sir John Hurt, and John Rhys-Davies, among many, many more.
Sign it. You will before we finish with you.
I'll sign nothing for you to produce after I'm dead.
The cast is stacked with enough knights to staff a castle, while the series has enough intrigue that its mere 12 episodes are filled to bursting with machinations and betrayals.
The watchword, butcher, is liberty.
I, Claudius is so incredible that we, MsMojo, can hardly believe it's real.
I could kill you now. Spill your guts on the floor and give you no more thought than I would a dog killed on the road. But that's too easy for you.
Number 3, Deadwood. What if somebody rounded up every character actor ever and cast them in a Western TV show? Well, you don't have to imagine, because Deadwood is all too real.
Having first hired as many as Hearst has, and who can kill as well as Hist do, and ain't disadvantaged too to keep Hearst from killing her.
Timothy Oliphant, Ian McShane, Jim Beaver, Brad Dourif, Paula Malcolmson, Keith Carradine, Powers Booth, Anna Gunn, Brian Cox, we could go on. Even if you don't know their names, we can guarantee you know their faces.
He kind of got Adam's telegram more than 4 hours ago, yet he expects me to believe that in 4 hours, he can prudently assess the qualities of 23 hires. And you know what on our way means, huh?
No.
You'll be saying, oh, hey, I know them, every 5 minutes while watching Deadwood. At least when you aren't appreciating the incredible dialogue, brilliant acting, and authentic Western setting.
I had a gun to my ear at Shaughnessy's yesterday.
The hell are you doing at Shaughnessy?
Staying away from here.
You listen to me, young lady. What brings a gun to the temple is like a gainful occupation and a being useful to others.
Number 2, Downton Abbey. When it comes to period dramas, Downton Abbey is among the first names that springs to mind. The lives and loves of the family and servants of the eponymous locale have captured the attention of viewers the world over.
It makes no sense to retain this bit as a separate section. No sense at all.
But of course Jarvis won't see that because he hates change.
Just try to carry Papa with you. That's all I ask.
He'll be with me in the end because this is the only way forward.
And there are so many fantastic actors both upstairs and downstairs. Shirley MacLaine, Dame Maggie Smith, Penelope Wilton, Hugh Bonneville, Dan Stevens, Jim Carter, Elizabeth McGovern, and so on.
Tom and Matthew can work on the new ideas together. They're the same age.
But what does he know of farming?
His grandfather was a farmer.
In a small way.
While its cast may not feature quite as many household names as some other series, there's no denying the fantastic chemistry they all have together, or the impeccable quality of Downton.
I was only going to say that Sybil is entitled to her opinions.
No, she isn't until she is married. Then her husband will tell her what her opinions are.
Oh, Granny.
I knew you wouldn't approve.
Which presumably is why you all hid your plans from me.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are some honorable mentions. Chernobyl. It's incredible how many talented actors this grim miniseries packs into its few episodes.
The pressure inside the core can no longer be held back. At long last, we have arrived. 1:23:45, explosion.
Rome. You don't build a cast this good in a day.
Winter does not last forever. Spring comes, snows melt.
That's a threat!
I assure you it is no threat. Snows always melt.
Vikings. No other cast could hold a shield wall like this one.
But nonetheless, I am king. King Ragnar. That is my name. King Ragnar.
The Tudors. Some all-star British talents rub elbows in this depiction of Henry VIII's reign.
Just when my belly is doing its business, I find you wenching with Mistress Seymour.
Sweetheart, Jane, you had best leave.
Why are you doing this? Why did you have to do this?
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1, Band of Brothers. The effects, action, and story are not the only things that have aged beautifully about Band of Brothers. The ensemble is also absolutely timeless. Not only is this miniseries one of the most profoundly moving and well-made World War II shows ever put on television, but its cast is also a who's who of famous and character actors from the last 2 decades.
All right, we call this thing Operation Pegasus. Pop, your 2nd Battalion is on the spot. Get it done.
Captain Nixon, this is Colonel Dobie in every way possible. If you need anything at all, you come to me.
Main cast members like Damian Lewis, Ron Livingston, Donnie Wahlberg, Neil McDonough, and David Schwimmer are recognizable enough. But then, when you're least expecting it, you'll get jump scared by the background actors. Is that Simon Pegg? What's Jimmy Fallon doing here? Michael Fassbender? Tom Hardy? What is going on with this cast? Is there a period drama with a history-making cast we forgot? Make your own mark on history by telling us your favorites in the comments.
Well, if this is where we wanted to end up, we all did everything perfectly.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.